chance that queen there could be a problem with that queen. If there is, we'll replace it. But just because there's such a small ratio of workers to drones, I think it's better to give her a little bit of a chance. She's already accepted. Odds are she's going to be a good queen once we boost the worker bee population. Maybe we need even more worker brood beyond this, but this should be a pretty good jump start. I'm just spacing these out.
So the upper hive, Joe, when I requeened last time, so they had like a couple of queens, like looked like they would be emerging.
Yep.
Within a matter of days. The harm of letting them do that on their own is just it takes way more time. Is that the issue?
It takes more time.
Yeah.
And so it takes 40 days.
Then she has to mate.
It's a full 2 weeks. So from the day, so let's say she was in there. What day did you? How many weeks ago did you put the queen in that one?
The new one when you were away. So Patrick gave it to us. So
2 weeks.
Is that 2 weeks already? Yeah, it took them, and they didn't free her either. So
they just ignored her because they must have already had.
Yeah, they had a queen.
So do you want to put that in place of one of the?
Yeah, I guess I didn't notice I had it sitting there.
Empties.
This will give them some drawn combs. So these guys are going to be ready for second super as soon as we get some drawn comb.
Okay.
Or we want to make sure it's clean right. You could put the second box on now, but just more work to do your inspections.
Now I think we'll let them go a little bit.
Yep.
So
now we know what you got anyway, and I know what we're dealing with when we talk to you on the phone.
Is this typical for packages? Like if like
yeah, I'd say this is pretty typical.
There's just the queen issue. It's just hard getting the queen.
Sometimes it's hard to get the queen.
Going.
Yep.
Okay.
So let's put some. You can put some sugar syrup on this one.
Yeah.
Let me show you how I like to do the sugar syrup while we're here. I'm just going to find a twig or stick or branch.
Instead of these cardboard things?
You want me to open the bucket?
Yeah, I don't know where that bowl of sugar water is.
Are those both empty?
Yeah, these are both pretty much cement. So how far in advance do you make your sugar syrup?
I usually don't let it sit. If you're going to store it in the refrigerator.
But like, can you make it a week in advance?
No, only if you're going to add some kind of preservative to it. I prefer the all natural stuff.
Yeah, I just make it and bring it up. I mean, I let it cool and then I bring it up.
And when you see a lot of fungus in this, I bleach that out. Rinse that one out.
Hey Dean, I'll be right back. He says he recognizes clean these up.
Yeah,
Can you then put that other sugar syrup in there on your way up?
Sure.
You want to drive it down? Why don't you drive it down?
I'll walk.
Work on closing this one up. Okay, David?
Yep.
And if you want to bring up the second super, just throw it on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, why don't you drive?
I'll drive it.
Yeah. Grab a check too, Dave, out of the
I'm not only getting it from my dad, I'll take you with it for you.
Oh no, no. I want to pay for whatever. I insist.
I do.
No, but I insist.
I can't really do like offer to everybody. I'm really busy.
Of course. No, I'm going to pay for whatever all your supplies are. Or I can pay for it.
Hey Dean, can you help to be super careful because that pipe got twisted when we were inspecting.
Oh,
When we twist it back, just refill the cups. The water thing's right here, Dina.
I was nervous.
He was trying to crack it open. It was glued shut. It was frying it.
So that's what you're doing now, right? So, yeah. Talking about an hour. So now that this, should we put the, no, never mind. But they should automatically start going.
That's kind of your signal there.
It's time to go.
Yeah, we might do that. And we are. But, you know, we have to do something. Trying to help them out.
Yeah. So there you go.
Okay.
When should I see eggs again? And that's okay with her. Should I leave your taps open other than the sugar one? I would say, well, leave the Oh yeah, you said you like how you like to do it. Get rid of these.
Yeah, you can go those to the side, you know. So I'll show you the way I got the other one set up over here. So this is the way I like to do my sugar syrup. I plug up the entrance, but it's a weak hive to worry about robbing behavior.
Okay.
I don't know where these ants came from because you got ant control in here, right?
Well, we need to fill them. That's the thing. Yeah, they should be. I don't know where they come from either. We weed whacked. I don't know how they get in here.
They they must have crawled on the box when I put them down there. There must be an ant nest
Something.
nearby. So, and then we'll rest our bucket right on these sticks.
Okay.
And then seal it with the telescoping cover.
Great. And then
And I like to have this open because that way the bees can get out and take care of any stray ants and stuff like that.
Oh, so I should cover this top one too then, or should I leave the top on this one because the population is so big?
We're gonna put a second super on that one.
Right. But I should still cover it. I should still block the upper entrance.
I would,
Okay,
yeah.
alright.
I figure if I'm feeding them, they get plenty of ventilation because the screens are open down below. You can see all the way down there, so they get plenty of air.
Great. Well, we can do that for sure. Sugar water is the only thing I'm confident about.
Yeah, it seems like you're feeling good, but you can see that it's not nice, strong thing.
Yeah, it's unusual that one was empty. Very unusual. But normally I would have gone in Friday, but I knew you were coming, so I just wasn't going to do it. Generally, they just haven't touched us much, not even because of population, from the get-go. They just don't. But maybe now the flowers are dying off and
That's the way it is.
So, when this one now gets to about 8 frames Gotcha.
That's the idea. And the idea, the wood does work a little bit better for the summer. You know,
I'm just so, it's so, the whole thing is just so fascinating, but it gets instantly frustrating when you feel like you're failing, because I'm like, what am I doing wrong with this hive?
I know. It's tricky.
And I don't want to fail them. You know, I brought them here so I could give them a.
We should have 2 of these, right, Dina?
Yeah, there is another.
You know the thing then?
No.
Because I gave you guys 2. Pretty much.
That's a mystery.
Well, there's no way I can squeeze 10 in there.
Huh.
Maybe Dave loaded it out. Let me think. Pick one out here. Move it down. Put it down up here.
Did you put it in your box,
Put
maybe?
2 in there. I'll check my box down.
Sure, so keep it.
Well,
Yeah, keep it.
I've seen that wound up in the back of the
Train.
tractor.
Okay.
Because I can't figure out the
So your second harvest will be when? We're not gonna fight with them. Hopefully we'll get them. Maybe. Maybe.
I took it out. Why?
No, I just
I just didn't know where it was.
didn't know where we put it.
I got it. Well, it's in the garage.
Yeah. This goes on top.
One of these buckets is not full.
Yeah, I'll make some more.
Okay.
It's nothing to put, it's nothing, I put a veil on when I put the sugar on. I just do a veil, I don't do anything else. I am definitely glad we have the whole seat though, it just, you're new to this.
No, there might be
I'm just way more confident. Yeah.
So that faces that, put it on a deep clean. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll shake the bees off, so I don't crush them. So here's a, just watch where you walk. I'm just gonna bump them off. And you can usually place this on. You don't crush them.
How do you shake them off over there instead of dumping them right into it?
I was worried about getting, I just didn't want to get the grass stuck to his foot.
But I meant into the hive itself.
Why would I? Just because.
You don't want to shake the hive.
Well, because then I'd have to smoke them down. That's a judgment call. But it's not going to hurt anything.
We'll
Just
find out where
the
that-
problem with shake, sometimes I will shake them in hive. The main thing is if you walk there, they don't fall off your leg. So you just don't walk in this spot.
Yeah, yeah.
10 minutes or so while you feed it. Here's come on, grab our
Stick.
take this off, save it.
So now you've plugged up the upper holes.
I'll show you how
You
I
don't-
got this one set up.
You don't
No, because it can stimulate robbing behavior.
Yeah, I think that was the reason why I flipped it down to begin with, so that they would be able to guard it. But you just like, no, just make it so that there's things.
So I got 2 sticks that can come out and kind of patrol the inside of the box. I got some grass there. It got plenty of ventilation from both the entrance and the screen bottom board.
Okay.
And then we just put the lid back on.
Do you think, since we put new frames in on this one, we should open it up or leave it like this for at least a bit?
I'd leave it like this till they're clean right, and then switch it over to that size.
Got it.
Till you see, they're raised and brood. Would you grab
Or
that
they're
lid
just-
and put it on, please, David?
Or they're just
Overcrowded.
congested.
Yeah. Now, is there a rock to go on this, or stone?
We haven't been putting anything
When
on
you
it.
get a chance, put a brick or something on, because it's a new hive, it's not really well localized. The wind can blow it open. I had some somewhere, but I don't know where I put them. The 2 sticks, just like those ones I put over there.
So online they said use mineral oil, but I didn't.
You can
Dave Rice
use
was-
water with just a thin layer of mineral oil.
Rice was like, just fill it with water. And then I read about the mineral
Got
water
something?
online. So before we had to be in the hive.
If you do put oil on top, like you use mineral oil, olive oil,
Yeah.
it will create a barrier and keep
Evaporation.
cut down on evaporation. But if you get a lot of rain, it will evaporate. I don't do this on any.
Well, there was like a gigantic.
And once the hive's established, you may find that they're able to release the hive a little better.
There was a gigantic ant nest in here at the beginning.
It's so exciting to have another brood box.
I know, it's like looks more legit now.
Yeah.
It's like, we know what we're doing, that's why we have to call our master beekeeper over. We don't know what the hell.
Well, with the drone layer is the most complicated, frustrating situation.
We were reading about it. They were talking